Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the House of Grim podcast. I'm your host, Grim Grimes. My co-host is...
Damn, Bob, baby.
And tonight, I want to welcome on Sean Evans, and the only way I know how.
Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm not sure if I can cuss or not, so I was actually...
Welcome to it, man. Welcome to it. Thank you for
free
coming
reign
on.
to speak and do whatever you want.
So, you're coming off back-to-back wins in PPW. You beat Darlin Rogers at Test of Strength and Trevor Hunt at Lucha Fiesta. How does it feel to be on a winning streak, man?
I've been losing for such a long time that, I don't know, something just in me was like, we gotta change something. And it's whatever it is, it seems to be working because I've been beating these guys in about, 5 to 7 minutes? So...
Yeah.
I'm doing it pretty fast also.
Right, yeah. I mean, you going in there, you're putting the beat down and just staying focused, man. From my perspective, that's what I'm seeing, So.
And I just seen you insert yourself in the title picture over there at Chaos. And I must say, dude, you came out looking like $1 million, bro. When I seen you hit that ring and start wreaking havoc and just wrecking shit, bro, I was like, this dude's money. We got to get him on our show. He's got to come on. Like, the gear was on point, and you left him bloody, beat up, and battered.
That's been a long time coming. I haven't held a singles title in a very long time, so I figured it was my turn, And for somebody to have disappeared from wrestling for 8 to 9 months and they come back with a show name after him and he's already in the title picture right away and he just skipped the line, it kind of pissed me off a little bit, as
Understandable.
I've been there since day one the whole time. So why wouldn't I do that? Anybody else would be dumb not to do that.
Right.
The ones that have been crawling and scratching at Chaos, why wouldn't they do that? So I took the advantage for it.
Right. Put in the express lane and went right at it. That's awesome, man. That shows you're a expert in this game. You know what I mean? Like you're a veteran. You know what I'm saying? Reaching for them brass rings, going for that gold.
So how'd you
do this?
I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say I just hit 16 years doing this, so sitting on the sidelines for so long, I'm tired of it.
Right.
So now I'm just jumping in now.
Yeah, I was kind of through a loop when I seen that they named the show after him, and I'm like, where's he been at? You know what I mean? So it was pretty awesome, man, to see you hit the ring and come out there and just tear the show up, bro. That was awesome. So I wish you the best of luck in that title picture, man. I'm sure you're gonna take it for sure.
I got some nice photos of you holding that man all bloody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got some good pictures, some good video of that whole situation. So, yeah, all the things you guys do on social media, like all you guys engage with each other and talk your shit on Facebook, and man, it's all engaging. Like it's all entertaining. It's awesome, bro. Like I get a kick out of a lot of things, like with Obsidian and the Midwest Misfits going back and forth, and a lot of things that you post and shit like that, man. It's pretty awesome that you guys are all pretty engaging on social media for the most part. You know what I mean? Like people can follow the show on YouTube or go to the shows and follow, but they can also follow with your guys' stories on social media. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool.
We don't have to anymore because we're not on TV, so first time viewer, you guys just recently started coming to Pure Pro, right? So you probably didn't know anything that was going on. But now you're seeing it. Now you're seeing it every week, Obsidian's doing something, or Misfits are doing something, or Saloon Slayers are doing something, you know what I mean? So you can follow along paint by number,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to, when I do it, I try to bring in the casual fan or a new fan, oh, this guy looks pretty cool, and he seems pretty funny or whatever. So if I can get them to come and watch me,
right.
I'll keep talking my crap on there. You know what I mean?
See, we went and followed Chaos Wrestling Organization because of the Misfits, and when we got out there, that's when we seen Darlin Rogers was out there too, from Pure Pro, and and then now we see you're out there. So, when that title picture happens, when that match takes place, I'm definitely going to be there. I want to see that match take place for sure. I definitely don't want to miss that. So different guys, and gals is the reason why we're following these different organizations. You know what I mean? Like now we're gonna keep following Chaos, like because of you. Which is awesome. So yeah, like we get to follow all you guys and stay engaged because of the social media and stuff. So that's awesome. You guys are doing that.
Any advice for anybody getting into wrestling as far as how to use social media to your advantage?
Oh boy. Yeah, like if you're new to the game, jump into it as fast as you can because like Instagram is usually our kind of bread and butter where we get more engagement there because like Facebook, it's like whoever you engage with the most sees it, right? So
Hmm.
like Facebook, my promos are going to other wrestlers and they're not, what I mean, that doesn't help anything for me, but Instagram kind of goes everywhere with all the hashtags and whatever. So like my advice would be to figure out who you are quick or at least some sort of idea and just practice to get your tagline across and then start shooting all the time. Like a guy that was very good at this, he still does it. Forever Young, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he was doing vlogs on every show. He had like his promo was set up like a YouTube channel thing, so it caught your attention quick, but he was always advertising where he's going to be. He cut his promos. He had his flyers up. Even shows he wasn't on, he was promoting other things. So he did very well early on. So everybody knew who Forever Young was. So like that's my advice: is just stick with it, and try not to put out something that you wouldn't enjoy. You know what I mean? Like if I put out a really crappy promo or a video or ad, like would I buy a ticket to watch that? You know what I
Right.
mean? You got to be able to sell it. So make sure that you would buy a ticket to watch you and just keep going with it. And then there's everybody's going through stuff, you know what I mean? So like you get on Facebook and there's always something going on negative.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is my biggest thing I tell young people is like try to either get a separate page from your personal and then don't jump into the politics or the bad or the negative or post your whole life story, I guess, because usually that turns fans off, you know what I mean? Or it might scare them away from a promotion or cost you money, you know what I mean? Like, so you have to be aware of what you're posting on your Facebooks as well. So, and I see it all the time. Like, I just see so much bleh. I'm like, why?
Yeah,
Right.
people posting shit on Facebook, man. Like just the other day, I seen some girl post something on there about she burnt her boyfriend's dinner, TV dinner, and how he whooped on her for it. I'm like, man, that is just horrible. This is a horrible relationship. You know what I mean? And like just so yeah, people put anything on Facebook. You know what I mean? So yeah,
It's
definitely got to watch what you put on there for sure.
and, like there's reasons why like WWE runs all their people's pages. So like
Hmm.
stuff like that doesn't slide through the cracks, you know what I mean? Or whatever. It's always the same, like catch me on Monday Night Raw, da 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 da. Whatever. It's
Right.
the same, like cut and
See,
paste.
like
So
speaking of everything going through WWE, like that's what I kind of thought as far as like the first pure pro talent that we asked to interview was Alpha Ray Adams, and he blessed us so much, man, by coming on. He's an awesome guy. Um, but so we thought we had to ask like Xavier Justice, reach out to him, kind of like you got it at WWE. You'd have to reach out to Vince McMahon. Like we always just wanted to be respectful to your guys' product, respectful to you guys, as talent in general, and like because we're inserting ourselves into your guys' life. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to basically piggyback off you guys, you know what I mean, and create our channel off you guys. And so we're trying to be respectful as possible, you know what I mean? And so we didn't know if we had to go through that route or like what the proper channels were, you know what I mean? So we're still figuring things out as we go and getting better at with things as we go along, you know what I mean? And things
I
like that.
think the
So
most professional thing to do is at least go to a company and be like, hey, I want to interview this guy. Is that okay or whatever? So then that way, like maybe like Xavier would be like, well, I don't know if they're quite ready to You know what I mean? Like, you might like, oh man, this person's awesome, but they might not be that at that point to talk yet. So like, I applaud you guys for doing like going through all the professional channels. Like, so a lot of these podcasts, they don't. So
Right.
I've never been on a bad one, but
Right, I get it. See,
I've seen this.
like basically, like how can I explain it? Like, I don't want to put somebody's flaws out there or something. Or, you know what I'm saying? If they make a mistake in the ring, I'm not going to focus the camera shot on that. You know what I mean? I'm here to make them look like $1,000,000, play my part at least, do what little bit I can. I'm nobody in this wrestling shit. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to love wrestling and be there for future fans, myself, and etc. You know what I mean? So definitely want to be respectful as possible to all you guys that come on our channel. You know what I mean? Definitely don't want to do anything to jeopardize our relationship. You know what I'm saying, with you guys. You know what I'm saying, as wrestlers or people to come on our platform and get interviewed. We don't want to mess that up at all. So just want to be respectful. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this: is there any promotions that you like have set as a goal to try to get into and perform in?
Yeah. So I trained a couple of years ago at Control Your Narrative with EC3, and my goal from there was to be on NWA. So I've done like little things there, but I haven't really had a foot in the door per se. I had dark matches and stuff there, but never been on TV. So now what I'm doing is going to the other NWA territories. Like in a couple weeks, my buddy Preston Riker and Sean Porter were going to NWA Crossfire in Tennessee.
Mm.
And we've been going to that one the last couple months, and trying to work a foot in the door and help wherever we can and work together and stuff and try to get in there. And then there's a couple other ones. There's one in Missouri that just opened up that was Harley Race's old promotion that we're trying to get to. So that NWA is pretty much the goal for me. Like, I'm not getting any younger, I should say. I'm 37. So like, I think WWE is a little out of the window now, so to speak. So like NWA though is like where I would like to go, or even like overseas at this point.
I kind of always thought about that, like, the age parameter, like, going to WWE, like, when would it be off limits, things like that. The only thing I could say, like they always say over there in WWE, never say never, man. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got a talent. You got the way you present yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're $1,000,000, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could put yourself out there on a TV product like WWE, NXT, AEW, bro, and shine bright like a diamond. You know what I mean? You're pretty much there. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the age parameter be a. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's something they want you for, they're gonna take you. You know what I'm saying? And you got all them abilities. You got all them boxes checked. You know what I'm saying? They'd be a fool not to want you, be a part of their team, regardless if it's out there in front of 20,000 people wrestling, or being a producer backstage helping, go over the matches in the show. You'd be a valuable asset to any wrestling promotion. Just from the handful of times that I've seen you in the ring and seen what you can do. Your gear's great. You match every time. You know what I mean? You don't. You're not coming out there in sweatpants and holy shit thrown together. You know what I mean? You're actually putting effort into your gear, putting money and time into your gear. And a lot of the fans, like, in Bay City, they were chanting your name. A lot of the people knew exactly who you are. So you got a good fan base here in the state of Michigan following you. So that's just gonna only grow, like, once you get out there in Tennessee and Missouri or wherever you go. That's only gonna grow, man. You got an undeniable talent, that's for sure.
Appreciate that.
So you got your start with PPW?
Yeah, I was Xavier's second ever class.
Oh man.
And
Awesome.
It was me, the promoter over at Capital Pro, George Mack. He was in my class. Rohi Raju was in my class, and then a couple other people that don't wrestle anymore. But we were the second ever class, So like, seeing from then to now, like, the expansion of Pure Pro like really makes me love my home.
Right.
You know, like it's grown so much, and like all the people have come through and stuff, and who stays and whatever, and or whoever like came through doors, left, and did their own thing. You know, like I just love seeing that.
Yeah, you guys got some good talent that came out of pure pro wrestling. That's for sure. You know, you just said Rohit Raju's one. You know, he's been in TNA, AEW. You know what I mean? And then you guys got great TV talent that's coming. Coming over, helping you guys out, being part of the show, like Rhino and etc. You guys are over there, and you guys are doing the damn thing. That's all I can say. So, got a good product over there, that's for sure. I fell in love with it. I support Pure Pro all the way, man. Like, so like anytime I could post or share anything that you guys are doing over there, I try to do it for you guys just because, as from a fan point of view, I love everything you guys are doing over there. That junior grapplers program is awesome. Like I really wish that was, I keep saying it, man. I really wish that was going on when I was a teenager, but you know, it's great that it's there for the teenagers out there right now. You know what I mean? It's awesome. Um, so are you or who you think's gonna win with at WrestleSlam with Rhino and Alpha Ray Adams? I think Ray Adams is gonna take that title. That's my opinion.
You got the wild card of Father Time in that too.
Right.
You know, so like I don't know, Father Time being a previous champion, Rhino being current champion, but you got the Hungry Ray Adams. Like I'm kind of torn on it, really, to be honest with
Right.
you. Like I don't know, like if I had to put my money on it though, like I think it's gonna be Ray. I think Adams got it.
Right. That's where I'm leaning towards.
My pick.
But I also see that Rhino had just signed a deal with Pure Pro where he's going to be around a little bit longer. It looks like. I think I was reading that online. So never know, man. He could be just as hungry and want to keep that title. You know what I mean? So we're definitely going to see what happens. It's going to be a good match for sure. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to the ladder match, and then I'm looking forward to see if see if he gets to keep his career or if he loses his career to my man. So that's going to be hard to see if he loses his career.
I'm torn on that one too because all those dudes are good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're all hungry. They all want it. You know, I don't know though because Obsidian they're huge. You know,
Yeah,
like so
right.
and all the other guys are kind of smaller, so I'm a little worried about that. You know, with
We
like
just had we just had Obsidian on last night, and yeah, man, them guys are big dominant guys. They're gonna go out there and just at the Detroit show, man. We were telling about how we got some pictures and a video of him curling. He was curling, my man, dude. That shit was awesome. Caught him right off that man. Yeah, this is gonna be an epic show for sure.
and doing Night and Astro, man, that was tough too because like Astro, he's hungry, he's come back, better than ever, and but like the things I've seen Dylan Knight do at Pure Pro, and even researching outside of what he's done, man, that guy's tough as nails.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's a veteran, definitely for
I don't know
sure.
if you guys looked up the match between him and Mister One Night Only. It was they did like a hardcore match of some sort. You know, they suplex each other off the top of the ladder to the outside of the ring through tables and stuff, and.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Is that the match where they ended up removing part of like the mat?
Man, that was.
Oh, you talking about in the ring?
Yeah.
Where they peel it back to the wood?
Yeah.
They didn't do that. I know Dylan did that with Silas, but I don't know if they did that with Mr. One Night Only. But that match, that was rough. Watching that, man, watching them fly out of the ring and land on the floor. And that was at Iceland Arena. It's like I don't know if you guys ever been there, but that floor is not comfortable.
Yeah, for Christmas class we were there. Yeah.
Yeah. So Danny Astro, man, I seen he's been posting little video clips of him like at OVW and things like that. So he's out there grinding, man. He's out there really grinding, hustling, putting in work. He's hungry. So when I started seeing him putting in work over there doing things like that. I'm like, man, I don't know. Dylan Knight might be in a little bit of trouble. I hope not. That's my guy. But man,
So let me ask you this: how do you get yourself like mentally prepared for like a big match?
Um, That's a tough question. Like it depends on the match, like going in, like sometimes I'm surprised, like I don't know what I'm doing until I get there. Like the first time I wrestled Rhino, like I had no time to prepare for that. It was just like, hey, it's you versus Rhino in the main. Good luck. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, and then you kind of scramble in your brain a little bit. But like some of these ones that were advertised, like when I wrestled Matt Cross and Jay Chris in a triple threat, like I had at least a month to prepare for that. So it was like a lot of time in the ring, thinking of different ideas. You know, I usually go to my other friends, like, hey, like help me tape study these guys and give me some ideas so I don't, lose.
Right.
Try to find an advantage, but like I hyper focus on things like that, like if I have a goal or if I have a match coming up, it's like, okay, I'm super focused on this. So I'm just gonna keep studying and studying and studying and studying because like you go in and you take a test and you don't study, you fail,
Right.
You gotta be prepared. So that's like my thing is just hyper focused.
What's let me ask you, what's one match that cemented you as being a wrestling fan for life?
So like I got in around I think I was like 5 when I discovered wrestling. So it was like Hogan, Ultimate Warrior were big on TV and stuff, and then like we got rid of cable, and then I wasn't able to watch it until Attitude Era hit, and it was King of the Ring, Shane McMahon versus Kurt Angle,
Oh,
and
man.
that one was like I was like, holy crap, you
we're
didn't
just
even
trying to
get
put him through the glass.
yeah. So I was like,
Man,
okay, I'm hooked on this. And then like I became not only a Kurt fan, but like a Shane McMahon fan. Like watching Shane do all these jumps and stuff off anything. And
anything.
he just gets beat up all the time. Like it's like okay, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, I seen Shane McMahon at Hell in a Cell, Little Caesars Arena, jump off the cage. And I'm like, man, that's Benny Mac's kid, bro. They gotta have a crash pad or something under that. Nope, nothing but concrete under that table, bro. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, that was a good spot.
Yeah, I got to see him the return at the Raw at Joe Louis. Oh my god. I that crowd was so loud chanting "You still got it" as he's doing the Shane O'Mac dance on the stage. Dude, that was awesome.
That's why I've been like enjoying a lot about wrestling lately. Is like the unexpected is happening.
Yeah.
Like Shane McMahon came back for a hot minute. CM Punk came back. So
Right.
it's like it's been fun.
Yeah.
I think wrestling's like in a boom period. I've said it before. Like,
Sure.
you got
Popular again.
Mhm.
WWE firing on all cylinders, AEW firing on all cylinders. You got TNA and WWE working together. Like that's huge.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Seeing Joe Hendry pop up in the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wearing
so
the
excited.
TNA title,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like seeing the TNA title over there on WWE television was crazy. You know what I mean? I'm like, hell froze over. Can't believe this is going on.
Where he came
But
over, and then didn't Axiom go over to TNA with their
mhm,
NXT titles too?
Yeah.
mhm,
Like it's just
yeah,
crazy, man. And it's like
yeah,
making you want to watch everything now. Like what's gonna happen?
right,
I don't know. You know what I mean?
You never
When
right.
know.
Moose
Like
came over,
we was at one
Moose.
of your shows, seeing Moose, getting his autograph and holding his belt, and lo and behold, there he is on NXT television. I was like, oh my god, wrestling is crazy right now. And I don't know if this true, it can't be true, but I just seen a rumor, an indie window, some company posted on Facebook. But if it's on the internet, it's got to be true, right? AEW and WWE are going to work together. It says Shane McMahon went back to WWE and starting a partnership with All Elite Wrestling. I was like, that can't be true.
I don't see it.
We'll see.
I don't know
You sure that wasn't April 1st? You saw that?
Right.
yeah, the money in that. I don't know if it'd be there. Like for AEW to work.
Right.
But maybe. Maybe. I don't know. You never know. Wrestling's weird.
Right. Like I thought it was funny that Shane McMahon and Tony Khan was meeting at an airport and somebody opened the door, snapped a picture. Like that wasn't staged. Like, who's in that room? Tony Khan and Shane McMahon. Really? Open door, snap a picture. Like, come on. Like that ain't staged. Like I just wonder what that's about. You know what I mean? I'm still waiting to see what that turns out to be, but who knows? But yeah, man, you're gonna definitely whoop Thomas Bailey's ass, bro, and get that title. That's gonna be awesome.
He's one I've been wanting to wrestle for a while. Like every match I've seen him in, he gets better and better.
Yeah.
And I've never wrestled him before. So, like, and he's, I don't know if he pays attention like I do. So, like, I don't know if he'll even be ready for it.
Right. See, like, what stands out to me about him is whenever he's like wrestling out of the ring, walking around the ring with his opponent. Whenever the fans are chanting at him, he engages pretty cool with the fans. Like shut up, kid, all this and that. Like I'll do it. It's pretty awesome that he engages with the fans like that. That's pretty cool.
Our second show we went to at KS, I got him to I had wrote on this whiteboard, use my sign. He comes out of the ring. You want me to use your sign? Like, yeah. He's like, I'll use it. And he takes. Unfortunately for him, the other guy ended up getting a hold of it and broke it over his head. But
yeah, I still got a piece of that sign somewhere around here for my little wrestling memorabilia. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Let me ask you this: is there anybody up and coming that you just want to get into the ring with?
Actually, a lot of the Pure Pro guys, like Obsidian, like we've never really done anything with any of them, and they've been around for quite a while. Ken Riddle, like I've never done anything with him before. He looks like he'd be fun. Two Fly, like we had one match in Owasso, and it was like all of I think we beat him in like 6 minutes or something. But even still, like I would like I'd like a rematch on that one.
Yeah.
And then who else? Upper Echelon, they're kind of lame. I don't like them. But yeah, like a lot of the Pure Pro guys, like they're really stepping it up and becoming something in themselves, and there's a few like coming out of House of Truth that I have had my eyes on too, and there's a couple out of New Edge that they've been in for a while, so like I'd like a rematch with them. So like TJK and August Albright.
TJK is my guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wants to come on for a celebration podcast. Yeah, he just won the title, so I told him
from New Edge.
Yeah.
I want to check out New Edge. Oh, man.
It's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah. So I think I want to check them out, and I want to check out Capital Pro Wrestling as well. So those are two spots I want to check out.
I love Capital Pro because it reminds me of NWA. Mm-hmm. The match comes out, they do a promo, and then they do the match. Very old school studio taping show, and that's what I love. And it's so intimate.
Yeah.
That's what I like about that.
Is that the company that has the WWE ID prospects wrestling there a lot? Is that the company?
I think that's down in Detroit. I think
ECW City Championship Wrestling.
Yep, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say I just seen a post. I'm on Facebook all the time, man, trying to find new shows to go to. Constantly trying to bug somebody else to come on the show. You know what I mean? We love to interview wrestlers, man. Um, yeah,
That's how we find out a lot of times about some of these smaller promotions. Like
right.
I had no clue about New Edge until hearing about it from a couple of the talents that we've had on. So
Mhm.
Yeah, there's like so many good shows in the state. Like I can't think of any that are like no. You know what I mean? Like, but there's so much good talent going in this
Right.
state, and everybody's product is a little different than everybody else's, so they got their own little, their niche, I guess, so to say. So like, it's fun to see what everybody's doing.
And for the most part, it seems like on social media, like for what I see, seems like there's like a wrestling community. You know what I mean? Like all you guys join together, like corresponding with one another. Like watch out for this. Hey, go over there, try that out. You know what I mean? You guys are. Seems like you guys are trying to help elevate one another. You know what I mean? Like help each other out. Also, like instead of trying to like step on somebody's toes or whatever. It seems like you guys are really trying to help one another out, which is great, bro. That's awesome.
Otherwise, I want everybody to win at the end of the day. We're all here, trying to live and have a good time and all that. I get yelled at a lot, like you're not even on that show. Why are you sharing the flyer? Because I want to see them win. They're
Right,
right,
doing good. Just because we don't work together doesn't mean I don't want them to do good. I want everybody to do good.
right, for
You
sure.
know, I try to share everybody's stuff, especially if it's interesting. Like a lot of, like I don't really work for Horror Slam a lot because like they do more death matchy stuff,
hmm
but like I share their stuff, because like a lot of my friends are on it. I want my friends to make a couple extra bucks, maybe.
Right,
So, and that's all it is. That's my mentality, anyways, is helping everybody. I like to help.
right. That's cool, man. That shows you're a good human being, bro. You know what I mean? Trying to help somebody out. That's good.
ladies and gentlemen, this has been the House of Grim podcast. Thank you, Sean Evans, for coming on and
Thank you
sharing
for
some
having me. This
wisdom.
was fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
we'll have to get you on. Have to get you on again when you whoop Thomas Bailey's ass and bring
yeah,
that title.
right?
Bring that
Yeah.
title on with you.
Got nothing.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be entertained. Yeah.